Well, good morning, good evening, good night, wherever you are. Thanks for tuning in to Ner-Ner Beastman. We're going to be going over a couple little things for everyone who's not watching it right now as we are live, per se. You are watching it the day after, an hour after. Thank you for tuning in. So, we're going to just go in for a little bit for everyone who is going to be watching it after it's already been posted. Um, there's some new things going on in the community, and there is also, if you guys haven't seen the little film that they did, a little film called Bumblebee. I haven't seen it yet, but I do know a fair share of it. But there's quite a bit going on. To beginning with IDW, they are redoing the Transformers line, comic book wise, which is awesome. They seem to be modeling everything over the uh, War for Cybertron siege line, which I think is awesome that they're actually doing that. I'm not too sure if it's, from the sounds of it, they're going off of before the war. So I don't think anything that IDW has done previously with the line is going to affect it. I think it's going to be like, in a way, a reboot. I don't know if it's going to be a soft reboot or it's going to be a full on reboot. Either way, the art looks fantastic. It looks amazing. I'm looking forward to reading the story and seeing how I was quite fair share behind in the IDW comics before. There is quite a bit. I'm not gonna lie. There's quite a bit that I'm not too sure of. I've read quite a bit of them, and I own quite a few of them. Okay, so IDW's new Transformer comic series. They have released a cover by Jeffrey Verger, and as the wait for the IDW publishing March solicitations. uh, New artwork for that month's reboot of the Transformers comic continues to trickle out. Previously mentioned as providing art for one of the second issue covers in IDW's press release, artist Jeffrey Verger, I think that's how you say his last name, Verger oh, has shared that cover on his Twitter account presented as the poster for Cybertron. And he has this to say: so excited to share my first cover for at IDW Publishing's upcoming Transformer series. I will be creating a vintage sci-fi travel poster cover. Here's my first in that series. Hashtag Transformers, hashtag Cybertron. All right. And then we go on to some more of the artwork. And I just got to say, the artwork is fantastic. It has a G1 flair to it, yet it's a little bit more modernized for the modern story that they're going off of with this War for Cybertron. Which I just got to say, again, artwork looks fantastic, and I'm just looking forward to seeing what that story is. Is it going to be something that we kind of seen before, but with a couple ratchets, so to speak, thrown in there, and to make you think like, okay, this is what's going to happen to this character when just boom, it's totally flipped. It's got you flipped upside down. I'm looking forward to those kind of things. And next, possible studio series 38 Cybertronian Optimus Prime from the Bumblebee movie. This is what they have to say on TFW 2005. And it didn't take much time after our first report of the Transformer Studio Series SS 38 SS's Studio Series 38 30 at 38. Wow. Cybertronian Optimus Prime Bumblebee movie instruction sheet. Now we have a nice surprise with a possible leak of the figure itself. The image has been floating around several Facebook groups, and it reveals a fairly movie accurate Optimus Prime as seen in the Bumblebee movie. The mold is fully painted and seems a test shot. As usual, takes it take it with a grain of salt. Take it with a grain of salt until we get an official confirmation. This is pretty pretty official to me. If you guys want to see the picture yourself, go to news.tfw2005.com. It is going to be in their articles. The figure, it it does look official. It does look like a Studio Series quality figure. And if you guys haven't seen those much, they are pretty much. It started off with the first movie figures. They took a lot of the figures like Blackout, for example. They took Blackout and they revamped the figure. They revamped the transformation, the detailing. They pretty much are movie accurate. Uh, and it started from there. So, and one thing I noticed that they are really catching the hands of uh, Transformer fans. People like me, I never got Blackout when the first movie came out in 2007. Never got that figure then. Now I have the full opportunity to actually go get that and a better quality figure at that than the one that came out before. And let's see, some users noticed the figure could be mistransformed, but you can check out it yourself after the jump so you can join the discussion on the 2005 boards. I'm not on the boards. I should really, I should really get on them. Okay, it goes into that Cybertronian Optimus Prime instruction sheet they mentioned previous to that figure being released. This actually caught my attention while I was reading through. Paramount Pictures Australia, Bumblebee Beats Spotify playlist, and giveaway cassette campaign. And this is cool. It's like, how many, like cassettes do you see around anymore these days? And to those of you who may not know what a cassette is, it had music on it. You put it in a cassette player, and it would play music. It was magnetically stored onto it. So, anyways, you can see more pictures of that cassette on the TFW 2005 boards at news.tfw2005.com. So, on to that article. Paramount Pictures Australia has released a Bumblebee Beats playlist on Spotify featuring a huge number of hits from the 80s. So I find that very unique, and I find that pretty rad. I love music from the 80s. As weird as it is, I'm a young smug myself, but I do love the 80s. A lot of great things came from the 80s, including Transformers. So it goes on, but there is more than meets the eye. A few pop-up Bumblebee themed have been spotted in Sydney and Melbourne, that's in Australia, featuring the Bumblebee themed giveaway cassette with a link to the Spotify Bumblebee Beats playlist. The installations featured a yellow Volkswagen Beetle transformed into a boombox, offering passersby some retro sounds. So that's cool. That's cool that they went through. They did that. It'd be awesome to get that cassette tape. I have a cassette player somewhere. I believe it or not, I still do. All right, Jada Toys diecast Hollywood Rides. If you guys don't know the company Hollywood Rides, they basically make diecast vehicles. Recently, they have done some Transformer ones. They have done the 2000. I want to say it was like the 2000. I want to say it had to have been like whatever the last one will be, Camaro, which was probably the 2017 Camaro. They did the diecast version of that one, the Optimus Prime from the Age of Extinction, and the Last Night. They did that semi. They also did the G1 Optimus Prime semi too. They are doing the Bumblebee from the movie. So Jada Toys expands their Hollywood ride lines following their two RC releases with a new duo. Uh, Goes on to bring the action home with this collectible 1:4 scale die-cast replica of Bumblebee with figure. Featuring exterior styling cues directly from the movie, this collectible die-cast replica is a must in any Transformers collection. And it does come with Charlie, the human character, main character from the movie. And that was posted just recently, so that's pretty fresh. Literally, that is fresh news. And we go into the Masterpiece news. There's some rumors that they will be ending the Masterpiece line here from any point from 2000, beginning of 2019 on to 2021. That's just rumors. I would prefer them not to end the Masterpiece line. It started out with a very different take. If you guys ever saw that, the 30th, no, it was the 20th anniversary Optimus Prime. If you guys ever seen that or own it, you'll know that it had cues taken from G1 with a little bit more of a reality onto it, more real life vehicle design, and just more of that real world feel and look in his robot mode. That's where the primary basis of the Masterpiece started. We got the Masterpiece Starscream. A lot of people did not like it. It had a very, it was a little bit too much, and there's a lot of things from other reviewers that I had watched do the review of that Masterpiece Starscream, and there was a little bit too much of issues with it, the aesthetics and so on, and it had to have been around the time before they did the Megatron. They started doing more cartoon accurate versions of the masterpieces, and that's what kind of stuck with it. The side swipe that they did a while back, they did it toon accurate, and that just became a pattern from there. That's just continued on and up to when they started doing a lot of the Beast Wars. Those are cartoon accurate. There is what's a good example? Like if you guys have seen the Dinobot, if you guys seen Dinobot, the masterpiece that they did, and you compare it to the original figure that they did of Dinobot in the '90s, it looks different. You compare the masterpiece to the CGI model. They pretty much did an exact duplicate. So that's cool, but yeah, hopefully they don't end. But they are going to be doing Shockwave. I really, really, really want them to just keep on doing them. For one, I mean, Takara and Hasbro makes a lot of money off of those. And for a lot of people who don't have those certain characters in their collection, they are more than able to have them. So I think that's awesome. And there seems to be some variance between them. You command Megatron. Shockwave has teleported through the space bridge and is hitting the collector doorsteps now worldwide. MP29 is the alternate version to... Oh, it's the MP... Oh, they're two different ones. Oh, okay, alright. MP minus... Oh, I read that wrong. MP29 Plus is the alternate version to MP29, which dropped last year and features a darker colored purple, more closely matching the original toy. This is what many folks believe he should have been in the first place. As the lighter color in the original salute hands, the pair of laser hands, which is in solid and clear variants. Shockwave was always one of my favorite... Okay, so it goes into... The guy writing the article is quite the big Shockwave fan, so alright. And if you guys want to see more of that, just go on to www.tfw2005.com, go into the forums, their news, and you will see the better pictures of him. Okay, so March 2019, Transformers is going to be relaunching from IDW. So let's go on here. The wait is finally over as more details answering the questions of what's next for IDW and the Transformers are revealed. Get ready to join writer Brian Ruckley and illustrators Angel Hernandez and Ron Joseph for a twice monthly series. So twice a month they're going to be releasing the issues. Okay, so in this new Transformers comic, IDW will explore Cybertron in ways never seen by audiences before, delving into a idyllic society, peaceful for thousands of years, as it faces the most momentous. Is that how I'm saying that? Momentous. There you go. Like moment. Like, oh yes, very expressive. Momentous event in history. The mysterious end of a single life. Through the eyes of the young Bumblebee and his friends, fans will witness conspiracies forming, harmony giving way to conflict, and the very fabric of Cybertronian civilization tearing itself apart. That sounds cool. That sounds like a good basis for a story because we get to see how it happens from beginning to end. And I know that there's been multiple stories of how the war on Cybertron started and the Civil War. We never, for the most part, it's usually almost similar, but there's a little bit of changes throughout the different stories. This one seems to be completely different from really any one that they've actually done. So that is awesome. We are eager to begin this new chapter in Transformer storytelling, says Michael Kelly, Hasbro's Vice President of Global Publishing. We are excited to begin a tale that will be accessible and appealing to readers unfamiliar with Transformers lore while still providing the depth and drama that our longtime fans expect. It's a big responsibility, but we got the right team and the right characters to do it, unquote. So I am looking forward to it. I'm hoping that you guys are hoping for looking forward to it. Okay. Let's go into what's in the news. Let's see. Bumblebee movie Energon Igniter's Nitro series Dropkick and Blitzwing stock images. So if you guys don't know what those Energon Igniter the figures are, they're like a gimmicky small transformer. Apparently they did make one that's a triple changer of Blitzwing, which it's not, but that's for a whole different thing. These toys were first revealed via Hasbro's Twitter with an image of a group of upcoming toys. Now we have a look at Blitzwing in package and in a collage of stock images of Dropkick showing the packaging, gimmick, and both robot and helicopter mode. From the first reveal, we are just missing images of the Speed Series Cliffjumper. There you go. Transformers Bumblebee commercial for 2019 Volkswagen Beetle. Volkswagen has released a new commercial for their 2019 Beetle featuring our tutelar hero from Transformers Bumblebee. This latest vehicle is the latest production Beetle before its discontinuation. Sadly, the new car doesn't come in its classic yellow, but instead comes in Safari Uni, a very faint shade of yellow. So that's cool. Volkswagen is doing a Bumblebee commercial, or Bumblebee's doing a Volkswagen commercial. Which one is it? You be the judge. All right, and now we have Transformers Authentics Alpha 6. Megatron found at Philippine and U.S. retail. So what it's looking like, some kind of smaller versions of the G1. Let me actually check this out. So they are fully posable. They look almost like they are Legend class figures. The Megatron that they're showing actually looks really cool. It looks very Legends or Scout class. So they're not very massive. Alright, so this is very unexpected finding. So far, Megatron was available in the Authentics 5-inch figures Bravo assortment. And now we have a bigger mold, which was found at Toy Kingdom in the Philippines. Okay, so that's pretty much it. They're just smaller figures. Okay, let's see what's going on. And okay, so Trans Project X Beast Commander Gorilla Grey prototype Beast Wars Optimus Primal. New third-party company Trans Project X has revealed their gray prototype for their first figure, Trans Project X Beast Commander Gorilla Beast Wars Optimus Primal. The image were shared via their Facebook fan page and brings a promising and detailed take on the Beast Wars Maximal Commander Optimus Primal. We have clear shots of the robot mode in different angles, and we are using your optics. We'll be pleased. With the first samples, some fans may notice some similarities with the Generations toy GT10 figure, which is based on the design of the Dojin art book, not a official Transformers T-Beast. So it's based on the artwork of another third-party figure. All right. The prototype was also shown in the recent SGC 2018 in Shanghai. According to the information available, this figure will be a masterpiece scaled around 10 inches or 25 centimeters tall. You can check out the mirrored images after the jump and then share your I can't read today. Impressions on the 2005 boards. The figure looks awesome. You can definitely tell it is Optimus Primal, and that's something that the world needs more of. You know, we have hundreds of different characters. You know, we got to give Optimus Primal some love. I'm waiting for a third-party company to actually do the Bat version of Optimus Primal. And some people may be thinking there's a Bat version. Yeah, there is. It was the original Optimus Primal, and then they actually did the Gorilla. So I'll check that out. Alright, and Synergy, a Hasbro Creators Showcase Comics anthology due in March 2019. Great news incoming from Hasbro and IDW with the announcement of a very special comics anthology available from your preferred comic shop in March 2019. Entitled Synergy, a Hasbro Creator Showcase. The collection features autobiographical I can't read today. Autobiographical, there you go. Autobiographical works by Marguerite Scott, Batgirl, Transformers So All Are One, and Kate Cook, My Little Pony. Each will be infused with the respective authors' experiences with the Hasbro toys. In addition, these autobiographical works, that's a mouthful. There will be original comics inspired by groundbreaking female characters, Dawn Marano, G.I. Joe, and Windblade, Transformers, as well as the girl power rock band Jam and the Holograms. So that's actually that's pretty cool. That's thrown back to the 80s with a lot of. I mean, if you guys don't know who Gem and the Holograms are, I mean, I know of them. I wasn't like, oh, Gem and the Holograms. I knew some girls growing up that really liked Gem and the Holograms. So I mean, if you're one of those fans, check that out. I mean, if you're a fan of bunch, I mean, it goes over so much with what with IDW with what they've done over since they took these licenses and were able to bring life back to them. Because before that, it was, I want to say it was Devil Dews. I think that's what the company was. Devil Dews Comics actually had the licensing to the, well, a lot of the, well, mainly they had GI Joe and they had Transformers. And after they went bankrupt, they didn't really have anything till IDW came over. So they came in and they brought life back into just not those franchises, but so many other ones that Hasbro had, including I think they did with Mask. Don't quote me on that. I think they did something with Mask. But yeah, if you guys are into that, check it out. It looks pretty cool. I would be more than willing to take a look at it. Sounds actually pretty cool. Alright, Transformer Studio Series Deluxe Wave 2 and the Power of the Primes, Voyager Wave 3, Inferno out at... Oh, so it's in Chile. Well, that's cool. If you guys live in Chile, just know that they've got those figures out now. They've got... let's see... Lockdown and Jazz and Inferno. So, check that out. That's... If you guys live there and you guys are collecting, they've got those. Hopefully at a right price. Alright. Studio Series 32 Optimus Prime, 33 Bone Crusher, 34 Dark of the Moon Megatron, 35 Jetfire, and 29 Sideswipe new stock images. Courtesy of a 2005 board member, F90 Happy, we have some new and great extra stock images of the upcoming studio series. We have some great 360 images of the Wave 5 studio series in robot mode, so you can check out all the details, proportions of the models. 2000, yeah, that is from the 2005 boards right there. That was posted straight on here. To top it all, we have some extra images of the Dark of the Moon Megatron and Jetfire, as well as Sideswipe. We are sure all these images will please your optics. And you guys can check that out on that TFW 2005. This is actually one of my favorite sites that I actually go into. Them and Cybertron.com.